Welcome to Outdoor Exploration. I'm Emily, and today we're starting a new, I guess you call it a segment in this series. Outdoor exploration, of course, has a lot to do with the wilderness and the street sides and the urban and suburban and rural areas we all live, but a lot of us are starting chicken flocks. So we are too, and we've never actually done this ourselves before, so I thought we'd take you along on the journey. So from now on, every Friday is going to be an update on our new chicken flock. So, first thing I thought I'd tell you about is our coop. Both my husband Marcus and I have experience helping our parents with their chickens, but neither of us have had chickens. We have had ducks, but they're quite different, and they were tragically killed by a mink. And that was many years ago. So there were two main things that we hated about having and helping with chickens that we would like to improve upon with our coop design this time. The main one is vermin, especially mink, otters, rats. We don't want them in here. So this thing is vermin proof. Secondly, backbreaking labor, namely scooping out the floor of a chicken coop, which we both remember with misery and don't want to repeat. So I designed this coop around those ideas, and my beautiful but camera shy husband Marcus built it using partly reclaimed materials. The roof and windows and some of the wood, the gutters, the paint were things that we either had left over or were reclaimed from fixing up our house and getting from other people. And then we did have to buy almost $500 worth of wood, actually, and a piece of vinyl decking for inside, and the wire. That was actually quite a lot of the price. So not a cheap endeavor, not really as cheap as we hoped. Never mind buying our fancy heritage chicks, that's also expensive. I'm not going to say this is a great cost-saving thing to do when everybody's taking pay cuts right now, but it's fun, and hopefully we'll get some great eggs and meat and be able to feel like we're contributing to our family locally as possible, because that is our house 10 feet behind the chicken coop. So let me give you a little tour. The main thing that I wanted to avoid the backbreaking labor of scooping out the floor of the chicken coop all the time is having it raised off the ground. So you can see that the coop is a couple feet off the ground, and that also gives the chickens a safe place to stand, because chickens are roosting birds. They generally would live under trees and things, and a lot of their predators come from above, so they like to have a roof over them. So actually their coop exits right underneath so that they'll have this protected space to hang out and feel safe. What else can I tell you out here? Well, this is our egg box, and as Marcus was building, he had to work his way around a bunch of the things that we had, and it turned out being higher. Like a bunch of the pieces just didn't necessarily fit the way we thought they would, and it turned out to be higher. As you can see, I can reach in, but only barely. So I built this little bed underneath, which will basically be grass and wildflowers, but it just gives me a permanent step I can stand on. We thought about building one out of wood, but who wants to replace rotten wood? So this will be permanent, I hope. And yeah, if you come and have a look in here, you can see our nesting boxes. We have 3. We're expecting to have about 8 to 10 hens, I hope, when we're finished. And yeah, with that, can I take you inside? Follow me in this door here. So this is this hardware cloth that should be rat proof. It's buried a foot deep in the ground all the way around here, and then, you know, filled up with rocks and soil. And once you come inside, if you look up, we have this corrugated roofing that we got, actually took it off our house, so it's reclaimed, therefore we couldn't choose, and it has these little grooves in it, so he had to fill each of those with a chunk of matching wood to make it rat proof. Like I said, everything is covered in this hardware cloth. We have the door we came in This door will be inside their run, so they don't have a run yet, but there will be a run that goes, let me take you out here. It goes out here. Pretty much, I don't know how many square feet this is, but to the end of where that wire is, and that wire will become the run. So, and up to the house there, and behind the coop also. So let me show you about this little thing here. My thoughtful husband built this rope and this little kind of guillotine-like door for the chickens. And the rope goes up to our bedroom window so that in a pinch, oh, where am I pulling here? We can pull the door up like this using the rope from our bedroom window. This is the little door. I think we need to come down actually and inspect the chickens every morning, but you know, that's an option anyway. Inside there's another door, this one here, that opens up this way and hooks onto the roof just so we can have access to the area behind it there in case whatever we have an injured bird or need to clean out back there. That will be part of their run just outside there. And if you come inside, I will show you the actual coop. So one important thing, coops need to have ventilation. So if you turn around, and I will close these doors and show you. Let's see. Oops, close. So this is the ventilation up there. When I open this up and show you, you will see that they do have an opening window inside also. Here's our fancy coop. It helps to have a husband with some excellent skills. Come have a look over here. This is one of the windows, and he made this screen so that when the window's open, we can actually still protect them from vermin. Because their run that's outside there actually won't be rat-proof. Should be otter-proof, I hope, but not mink and rat. So this will keep their coop still safe, even when they're having it open. And as I said, the coop exits down underneath, so here's their ramp, which I can show you lifts up, so we can actually close them in. And when they're chicks and living in here, like I guess a few weeks old, we can close that to keep them in so they're not out in the dirt. This is the decking that we're using for flooring, just so it's easy to clean off. And this is my back-saving chicken coop, so I can drive a wheelbarrow up here, scoop everything off without shoveling it off the ground, and put it in the wheelbarrow. What else? These are their roosts. They still need a little bit of support, I think, because depending if all the hens get on one, I just want to make sure they're strong enough. And that's the inside of their nesting boxes, which we just learned from our friend really need to have a piece along the front to keep all their nesting material in. So it's going to get that. It doesn't have it yet. But yeah, I think that might be it. Oh, there's this outlet. He wired this place. So up here we have the outlet. That'll be for their heat lamp. And yeah, it's all ready for the chicks once they're ready for it. So here we are at Greendale Heritage Farm, about to pick up our first batch of chicks. And this is Heidi and Peyton. Thank you. All right, let's go get the chicks.
Sure. So this is where the chicks were incubated, in this incubator, and that's where they were hatched. And once they're hatched, we put them in here under heat lamps.
Ooh, look at them all.
There's probably like 200 chicks in here right now.
Wow.
And yours are all over in that pen. We separated them.
Hello, guys. So there's our babies.
Yeah, they like it nice and warm.
All right, so let's do this handover. Okay, here we are in Burnaby, and we are at the Courier Depot where we just picked up our second batch of babies. This is Rhiannon, nicely social distancing with her mask and gloves. And you can hear the babies all in this box. So let's put them in the car. Okay, that's all our babies. Ready to go home. Okay, so here's Rhiannon unboxing our chicks from Wild Acres. We have these sent from Wild Acres, which is a farm in Armstrong, and we should have, let's see, open it up. Hi babies. They all look red from the light. They're so loud. This is my chicken who looks kind of bald, and it always runs onto my hands when I put my hands in the place. Okay, do you want to learn to go on the perch? Are we ready? Put your little toes on. There you go. No, stay on. No. There you go. Don't peck each other. You're learning to perch. Oh, no. Not on my fingers. Okay. Do you want to try? Come on. Yeah, I know. You always come and peck everyone when they're trying to perch. Whoa, you're a little wobbly. Don't know how to balance yet. Very nice. What about you? You want to try? Do you want to try again? So, here we are, day 2 of having these chicks. And, oh, there he goes. He's stretching for the perch. I don't know how.
I know. They don't know how to curl their toes around yet.
No, I think maybe they develop those tendons or muscles or whatever it is later.
Well, some of them do.
So my son built them some tiny chick perches, and my daughter Rhiannon here is doing some training. I'm not sure how necessary that is, but it's nice for bonding. And they're all healthy and happy. All 29 of them. We didn't really intend to get this many, but it sort of became the thing to do. As they were hatching and things were going on, some of our chicks we ordered didn't hatch, and then we ordered more, and it turned out to be 29 in the end. So hopefully we get 10 or so nice laying hens out of this, and that will be it. So I will see you next week when these guys are probably twice this size, and tell you how things are going then.
Good job.
Have fun exploring.